My name is Damian Padnod, and I have the privilege of serving as the superintendent of the Renton School District, where each day we welcome in 15,000 students into our schools. And not only am I the superintendent, but I'm also was raised in this community. And this community means so much. And when we look for partners, we look for those partners that are going to help remove barriers for our kids. And one of our greatest partners is InvestED. And in addition to my role as superintendent, I also serve as a board member on the InvestED board. And my experience with InvestED goes back decades. I first experienced the program as a teacher, where I saw some of the kids that I coach have barriers removed for them so that they could participate on the basketball team. I saw that continue on as a principal. And now as a superintendent, the stories of InvestED's impacts continue. Just a few years ago, I learned of the story of a student at one of our high schools who was homeless, and he had been homeless for a couple of years. And in that one school year, he had lived in 10 different homes. But what InvestED did and those resources did for this young man was it kept him engaged and connected to school. It kept him involved in sports. He got a yearbook. He was able to remain connected in a way that not only helped that school year be successful, but also helped that young man get across the stage and graduate. And he wasn't just graduating from that high school, but he was graduating to a future that was much brighter than what he'd experienced before. And I think that that's the key with InvestED. In the Renton School District, we often talk about we want to remove barriers and support our kids so that they can be successful. InvestED is critical in helping make that happen. InvestED removes barriers so that those kids, not just kids in the Renton School District, but throughout the state of Washington, that their tomorrow can be brighter than today.
InvestED was founded on a small act of kindness, and we believe that those small acts of kindness can change the world. Our founder, Saul Haas, was taking his daughter to school in 1963 at Garfield High School in Seattle and noticed a girl on a chilly morning that didn't have a coat on. When he asked his daughter about it, she said that the girl never wears a coat because she doesn't have money for a coat. That bothered him. He went in, he talked with the principal and wrote out a check for $500 and said, please provide immediate support for these students when they need it and make sure that it's discreet. Saul Haas has been gone for years, and I would like to think that if Saul came back, he would be able to see a little bit of his DNA in our program. That help comes from a trusted educator in their school. There is no red tape, no paperwork for the students to fill out. The help comes immediately from a trusted adult, and it's done in a very discreet manner. That is something that we've been doing for 60 years in InvestED, and that's something that we continue to do today. We are committed to creating equity in our education system by removing barriers for students so they can thrive.